Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Reverse and welcome back to another video. In today's video we are going to be going in depth with the NBA 2K25 gameplay from what the creators have been getting from Community Day, and it's been a really good time with it, and I'm glad. I haven't reacted to any of this. I was waiting to do a reaction. I might just do a reaction series, to be honest. It's a good one. So let's get right into it. So you see here I'm going to be watching Double H here. Double H has an in-depth gameplay breakdown. It's 38 minutes long. We're going to be going over the whole video to go in-depth with the gameplay. I'll be also doing another reaction video for the park for Double H and maybe solo. Solo maybe for park 3v3. We'll see here. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoy. Let's get right into it. As we see Giannis right in the front. I'm not going to be pausing too much. This is my first time doing a reaction in a while, so bear with me here. I'm getting used to it. Anyways, let's get it.
I have a ton of NBA 2K25 gameplay to share and go over with y'all in today's video. We're going to be showing and talking about the shooting in NBA 2K25, which will include the new go-to shots, the new rhythm shooting, the new shot meters, and the new high which will include the new go-to shots, the new rhythm shooting. About the shooting in NBA 2K25, which will include the new go-to shots.
I heard canceling is really overpowered in here. I'm hoping, I don't know. Guards look like it's looking to move right here, but we haven't seen anything. Let's check.
The new rhythm shooting, the new shot.
So there's three new default rhythm shooting. We have arrow, which is by default a ring that is over the top of the
meters,
head.
and the new,
and there's also a dial, which I have no
25 low profile settings. We'll also two shots, the new rhythm shooting, the new shot meters,
and the risk reward. Yeah, we know that.
The new high and low profile settings. We'll also be talking about the finishing in 2K25. Including floaters, all types of low profile settings. We'll also be talking about the
this disappointed me, man. I get Anthony Edwards, like one of the best dunkers in the NBA, but like, come on, bro. I mean, it's to a guard, I would understand, but I don't know, because I heard they said they nerfed the dunk meter a while back for this because you could get contested and the meter could go small. So I was wondering,
finishing in 2K25.
I mean, to be honest, I was wondering
the new shot meters and the new high and low of layups and the dunk meter. Of course, we'll be
floaters are back. It looks like floaters are deadly again. But again, it could be. Let's see here. It could go wrong several ways, but we're like
finishing in 2K25, including floaters, all types of layups, and the dunk meter. Of course, we'll be going over the dribbling too, where I tested a tons of NBA players' animations and tested old and new moves in 2K25. We'll also be going over everything on defense. I also tested a lot of the post scoring, which includes the standing dunk meter and the jab step. And last,
so they didn't change anything that much for dunking. Basically, I have no idea if that's what it's so
we'll be going over the settings in NBA 2K25 as well. So let's stop wasting any more step. And lastly, we'll be going over the settings in NBA 2K25 as well. So let's stop wasting any more time and let's get started. So all I ask from you is to make sure to drop a like on the video right now and subscribe to the channel because we have tons and tons of videos coming soon on early. Your boy Henry, aka Double H, back at it with yet another early 2K25 video. And as you can see, we're getting straight into the gameplay now. There are a couple things I'd like to say before we get into some shooting clips, and that is number one, that all of the NBA players had no legend badges. Okay, so keep that in mind. Curry, LeBron, Lillard, Giannis, Embiid, Jokic. Nobody had legend badges, so keep that in mind when watching this gameplay. Not only that, as soon as I hopped into my first game and all of these games, I changed the difficulty setting in my other settings to superstar difficulty. So that's what you'll be watching it on, superstar difficulty. And I have the second highest profile settings on for the shooting. So keep that in mind when watching the gameplay. Now, one thing I will say, these first shooting clips that you're seeing right now are button shooting shots. So they're not rhythm shooting or anything like that. I'm shooting these shots with the button. And another thing that I noticed while playing and shooting, especially with Stephen Curry and Kevin Durant specifically, is, you know how like when you shoot in 2K and usually like when you're trying to, you know, just stop and pop, you get like an awkward fade animation and then like you just time it badly or whatever. I felt like that wasn't happening here. If I was getting an off balance shot, I felt like I had my feet set.
Hold on.
Was getting an off balance shot, it was time it badly or whatever. I felt like that wasn't happening here. If I was getting an off balance shot, I felt like I had my feet set. If I was getting an off balance shot, I felt like I had my feet set. If I was getting an off balance shot, or whatever. I felt like that wasn't happening here. If I was fade animation and then like you just time it badly or whatever. I felt like that wasn't happening here. If I was getting an off balance shot, I felt like I had my feet set. If it did turn into a fadeaway, it felt like my feet were set, so the shot felt smooth. Okay, and then other than that, my feet would stop in place to where I would shoot a standstill shot. And off these snatchbacks like that clip right there, the shooting just felt good. It felt like I could get to my spot.
So they said, apparently, according to what he says, fades were not a problem with off-balance shooting. I have a feeling they did shooting a little good this year, because here's the thing. First thing, 2K24 had a struggle in shooting. Like, you get off-balance shots, you don't feel like it's timing off. Everything is the same timing. I don't know if he means that everything is the same timing or anything, but what he means is when he times it wrong, there's no off-balance. In 24, there was a lot of off-balance, so I'm not sure. Like, he did a step back right there, as you saw in Curry.
Like my feet were set, so the shot felt smooth. Okay, and then like you just time it badly or whatever. Right, I felt like that wasn't happening here.
Like right here.
If I was getting an off-balance shot, I felt like I had my feet set. If it did.
Curry just shot that with off balance.
Still shot. And off these snatchbacks like shot and time my jump shot much easier than past 2Ks. Okay. Now you're going to see a lot of clips of me like messing around with the dribbling mostly later on in the video. When we get to the dribbling clip.
Do you guys check this new coverage? Light pressure. Light pressure. That's a new coverage? Is it like light titan? What is it going like that? It's not percentage anymore? I mean, they said they have a new contest system, so I'm curious.
Clips, but right there you saw I was messing around with it. I did hit it lightly contested, and if you do look at the shot feedback's a little different. It does not tell you the percentage it is contested. It just tells you the pressure. So it's going to say tight pressure, which is like a heavily, and then it's going to say light pressure, which is like a lightly contested shot, or it's going to say open, which is kind of like a ghost contest, or it's going to say wide.
If you really want to party.
Stupid ads, bro. Hold on. I was trying to
say wide.
Hold on.
Contested shot pressure, which is like a heavily, and then it's going to say light pressure, which is like a lightly contested shot, or it's going to say open, which is kind of like a ghost contest, or it's going to say wide open because you're wide open. Now right,
so same thing, the consistency, like you see wide open. They talk about heavy contest, light contest. I think that's the new coverage system.
There, that was a mid-range shot. That was a crazy shot. Probably the only shot I hit all day while I was blinking with no energy. Kevin Durant, I'm telling you right now, felt the best out of any NBA player I use in this video. You're going to see a lot of clips of me using Kevin Durant. He was by far my favorite player. Right there, you see I get to my spot.
Yeah, I heard I don't know. It looks like they fixed the Kevin Durant jumper.
Of me using
Kevin Durant jumper was terrible. It was terrible. In 24,
Kevin Durant.
I tried playing Play Now and Ultimate and my team, bro. That was trash, bro.
He was by far my favorite player. Right there, you see I get to my spot. And that clip and another clip I'm going to show later in the video kind of reminded me of the right stick quick stop. I know these probably aren't really fast. You know, these aren't fast quick stop.
Push timing slightly early, coverage open, tempo excellent. What the hell does that mean? That is so many stuff that I'm so like confused about. Like you can see on the bottom left, it says push timing is slightly early, coverage open, distance been in the game, tempo. Like what is tempo? My bad.
So I'm not gonna call them quick stops, but it's like I was like flicking the right stick to the right, and I was getting like a good animation to
It actually could be rhythm shooting.
Shoot out of, if that makes any sense. But now these are rhythm shooting clips, by the way. You probably just saw that LeBron step back. Yeah, it's in the game. And as you can see, there's two timings to these rhythm shooting shots. So I'm shooting these with the right stick where I pull down on the right stick and then I flick up. Right, it's there. You see I accidentally timed it, but I missed. So the only way these shots are guaranteed going in is if they're a double green. If it's not a double green, you can miss. Now right here, I'm going to show that again, because right here I tried to do the rhythm shooting. I pulled back on the right stick, but I was so used to just going up on the right stick pretty fast that I shot a very early, because
That's a question, bro. Like it's a question. It's a really bad question. That is I don't know about rhythm shooting, bro. I think that's overhyped.
I wasn't used to like the rhythm shooting in general. So I ended up going to the Learn 2K section where I was just
He just greened it though.
the rhythm shooting
He greened it
in general. So I ended up going to the
Look, he greened it. It says push timing excellent.
Learn 2K section where I was just spamming these rhythm shooting shots, right stick down, right stick up. And you're gonna see there's two timings. There's one where the push timing, because I'm on.
Oh, it has to be both on excellent. The tempo and the push timing. Oh, that's gonna be tough. Tough to learn. I don't know if, but they said it's gonna be better than button shooting.
Push, you know, when you can select push, jump, or whatever. And there's the tempo timing of how fast you flick up the stick after pulling down. So as you can see, I'm greening some of these tempo timings, and you're gonna also see that I'm greening some of these push timings. But if you don't green both, it might not go in. And keep in mind, I'm on superstar difficulty, and I'm also on the second highest shooting profile setting. So I don't know if you have to go down in these profile settings for these one greens to go in, because some of the one greens were going in, but some of them weren't. But the double green I know is a guarantee of going in. So when I say one green, I mean like.
So in rhythm shooting, you must have to green. You have to green twice. So that explains it.
Either I green the tempo or the push, because right there I just shot from half court and greened the push timing, but it didn't go in. But right there I double greened it from like nearly half court and made it. Now since I made that half court shot, I really wanted to see how far you could shoot from. That's why I was shooting from back there. And here's a clip of Jono's shooting with the button with Hall of Fame limitless range on Hall of Fame difficulty, and he was also shooting from around the same spot that I made that right stick shot with using the rhythm shooting. So with Hall of Fame limitless range, you can shoot from pretty deep. I don't know how far you could shoot with red limitless range, legend limitless range, because we weren't able to test those badges because none of the NBA players have them. But as you can see right here, like once again, I'm greening a lot of these push timing. Look right there, I greened the tempo timing. So I timed it perfectly when I released the right stick up, but I didn't time it perfectly on the push timing. So I don't know, it's kind of confusing. It's definitely going to be hard to get used to at first, and I feel like there's going to be a certain profile setting you're going to want to use, and we really haven't found out which setting is the best for this rhythm shooting.
So apparently you have to get a double green for a rhythm shooting. You could shoot deep with a rhythm shooting and button, but none of these players have legend tier badges, so they have to like I guess shoot from half court. And if it's going to be that deadly, you have to get used to it. It could be a better option. But here's the thing. If you green one of them, like the push timing, it's not going to go in. If you green the tempo, it could go in. I'm not really sure. I'm not understanding that. But if you go double green, yeah, it would green automatically go in.
Because it's kind of annoying timing either the push timing correctly or timing the tempo shot correctly, but then you don't time the other one correctly and it misses. So it's like, I don't know, it's kind of annoying. So it's almost like, what's the point if I'm not making whites off these because I'm on a high profile setting and now I have to time two things instead of one? You know what I mean? So I don't know. Maybe you'll see more of like an advantage.
I mean, they probably have a setting for it. I don't know though. Nobody found the setting. It's 2K. Everyone's gonna be checking out settings and builders the first day, bro. There's no one that's gonna be right in the park.
In park or stage or pro-am, but in the Learn 2K when I was testing it and play now, I didn't really see a big advantage with it. Maybe just because I'm not good with it yet, but I don't know. Anyways, going into the go-to shots, you guys don't know what go-to shots is. It's basically when you hold up in the right stick and your player does a dribble move and goes straight into a shot. Now there was,
I like that. I like the go-to shots. They do it. It's a W. It's a W by 2K. I like how they do the go-to shot.
Go-to shot didn't feel like it made much space, but here's a couple clips of Jamal Murray's go-to shot. Now each NBA player has their own go-to shot. I feel like Jamal Murray's is by far the best. I mean, look at this clip right here. Look how much space I create with that go-to shot. I mean, I think there's a lot of NBA players where it's just unusable animation.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's
Animations with their go-to shots, but Jamal Murray's is definitely one you're gonna want to write down, because for my small guards out there, depending on how tall you can get this animation at, you're gonna want to equip Jamal Murray go-to shot. If I look at who's the best one here,
Jamal Murray go-to shot. Keep in mind, boys, Jamal Murray, they said it's the best one. Go-to shots.
Shay's one.
I don't know if it's gonna be good for bigs, let's be honest.
Once again,
shooting bigs, not.
That's just a bad one. I feel like if you're playing online against a user, you're just not gonna get open off that move right there. We're also gonna show some other NBA players go-to shots, because once again, every single NBA player has their own go-to shot. Here's Kevin Durant's right here. I feel like this one would actually be good for some taller players. Smaller players definitely not, but like he definitely creates some space off this like contact right here and then rises up. I don't know, maybe I'm just being a little like biased because this animation literally is what KD does IRL. It looks so smooth. That's what's so cool about these go-to shots, is they do look super clean, and as an NBA fan I really like them, but a lot of them I feel like aren't gonna work online on an actual defender, except for that Jamal Murray one. I feel like that one's gonna be good. Like, look at Anthony Edwards. Like, that's just not gonna work unless you're just already wide open.
So apparently some go-to shots are terrible. Some go-to shots go-to shots are good. It's really crazy how I'm gonna check out Kevin Durant, since I'm making a big man mostly. Checking Kevin Durant's go-to shots.
Also used Rob Dillingham's. I was just checking random NBA players go-to shots. There's his. Like, I don't think that's gonna create any space. And B's is actually not bad for a 7-foot+ player. Like, I feel like that could actually work, you know, on maybe a couple mid-range shots depending on your build. Once again, that just looks so realistic. Back to Kevin Durant gameplay. I was shooting, here's some step back jump shot clips, bro. Once again, Kevin Durant is making me want to make a tall build.
Whoa, Nelly. iPhone 15 with tons of storage. I really want one.
It's terrible that these ads are happening.
All build to start.
So I heard small builds are gonna be good. Tall builds, everything's gonna be equal. If I don't see diversity in the park, there's gonna be a problem. Oh my god, bro. I might have to equip Durant's go-to shots. It looks smooth and by looking, not by, you know, controlling. So,
bro, once again, Kevin Durant is making me want to make a tall build to start 2K25, because the way he was moving, he felt the best out of any player I used. Like, this dude is the most, he gotta be the most overpowered player in 2K25. Like, I loved using Kevin Durant. His fadeaway is still the same. His step back jumper creates a lot of space. I enjoy using his go-to shot. His jump shot in general is easy to time. But going back to just regular players jump shots, here's just some random clips of random players jump shots if anyone's interested. There's Bam right there. Here's Jimmy Butler's jump shot right here. I was just leaving the AI wide open just to see them shoot. Here goes DeMar DeRozan's jump shot. By the way, if you haven't noticed, some greens are like super ugly, like that one that go in. Like they DeMar DeRozan's jump shot, just leaving the AI. Notice some greens are like super ugly, like that one that go in. Like they just bounce in. Jump shot. By the way, if you haven't noticed, some greens are like super ugly.
Okay. I don't like those type of greens. They remind me of 2K22 Loki.
Like that one that go in. Like they just bounce in. It's kind of, I don't know. A lot of people probably won't like that, but it does add some kind of suspense. There's Chris Paul's jump shot. Here's Chet Holmgren's jump shot. Here is Kevin Durant's regular jump shot, even though you've seen it a couple times already. And here's Victor Wembanyama's jump shot. Not only did I test, players go-to shots, players step backs, players jump shots, I also was, testing a little bit of the fading. The fading kind of felt the same. It felt smooth. I didn't have any problems with it. One thing I will say is it is kind of hard to fade with the with the rhythm shooting, and also like dribbling out of the rhythm shooting, because like you're dribbling with the right stick and then all of a sudden you gotta do a rhythm shot with the right stick. So that's just something I'm gonna have to get used to if rhythm shooting does end up being worth it, which might
say shooting with no meter. Man, okay. I mean, probably didn't change.
Like the way Mike Wang's talking about it, it's gonna eventually be worth it. If it isn't off week 1, he's gonna buff it if it's not good enough, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, fading felt good. I was back fading. The Curry fades were good. Right there, that's that right stick move I was talking about early. Like, I don't know if I'd necessarily say it's a quick stop, because it does remind
me. Ooh, that was smooth, bro. What? Wait, what the hell? What the
right there, that's that right stick move I was talking about early. Like, I don't know if I'd necessarily say it's a quick stop, because it does remind me of that 2K20 right stick quick stop, but it's just not as fast, and sometimes I couldn't get that animation to pull off. But anyways, Trae Young fade is also the same. But now we're done with all the shooting clips. We're moving on to the finishing clips. Now, I was using Giannis for a lot of these to test the dunk meter, and right there you see we missed the dunk meter. Now, there's a lot of things new about the dunk meter. There's the angle I took on that one. This year,
I mean, to be honest, Giannis has a high driving dunk in 24, so he's mostly a driver, not a standing. So considering,
instead of the dunk meter just having the same green window throughout the entire dunk, it's actually going to change as you go up. So right here, last year, you want to be,
see, this is what I'm talking about. Oh man, dunking got nerfed, boys. This is
able to make this dunk.
Driving dunk did. I haven't seen the standing dunk.
The green window would be almost nothing because there was someone under the paint, but Banchero was too far under the paint to the point where I had a good green window. Okay, so those are 2 changes with the dunk meter. But not only that, the dunk meter green window size is dependent on the positioning of the defender, obviously, but also the height of the defender and the ratings of the defender when it comes to interior defense and block.
So what he's saying is driving dunk, as it goes down, the lower it goes, it's depending on the position of the defender and the height of the defender, as well as the interior defense rating. It has a huge factor in big men's this year. So it'd be crazy, because in 24, all my center builds had a minimum of like 60 to 80 interior defense. It didn't affect that much. And let's be honest, driving dunk and standing dunk were too OP. So it was useless. It was only layups that were dependent on it. So now they did it for dunking. I haven't seen standing dunk yet, so
there's a lot of factors that go into stopping a dunk meter. Now you're gonna see me take a lot of different angles here and see me miss dunks, see me make dunks. You already saw me dunk right on Banchero because he was in bad positioning under the basket. I was also running Bucks 2018 when testing this, just to give some extra space in a 5-out offense. And honestly, I was getting some blow-by animations. You're going to see some other blow-by animations later in the video when I cover defense. And I feel like there are definitely blow-bys later in the video when I cover defense. And I feel like there are definitely blow-bys at some kind of rate back in the game. I don't know. I don't really think they were that popular in 24, in my opinion. Obviously, they were really bad in 18. I don't think they're that bad. I just think they're more common than they were in 24. Okay.
But I don't know how to. I'm speechless. I don't know how to. I don't know what to say about that.
Anyways, I'm using the arrow dunk meter on a large, so yeah, you don't really physically or visually see the green window. You kind of just time the dunk meter when your arrow meter disappears, so that's when you're aiming to time the dunk meter. And I feel like I was timing mine really
Damn.
good, so if I did miss one, it's because there was just no green window, because I took a bad angle. Right here, I take a good angle, get like great dunk meter animation, and get the green right there. Right here, driving baseline,
You have to try and position, pick a route that doesn't affect the defender to get a full green meter. So I would, like you said about the meter, when it hits the arrow, the big arrow closes out the arrow. That's when you release. But we'll never know how it would look like.
I miss it. I don't know. I mean, I get
You would have to practice.
guess he had some kind of angle right there, but it is what it is. I also tested it with Anthony Edwards because he has like a 97 driving dunk, which is higher than Giannis's, and he was getting
97. See, I mean,
some good animations as well. I was getting a lot of like crazy dunk animations with Anthony Edwards that were in 2K24 as well, like this one right here, but they
oh man, this is a W, bro. I'm liking this defense.
played good defense, so he was in good positioning, so I didn't get a green window on it. But that contact dunk from 24, there's two animations right there that were both from 24 that are also in 2K25. And yeah, that was on Superstar, so they got Giannis making contested mid-ranges right there. But yeah, I was getting good reversed animations. But yeah, those are the changes with the dunk meter. Nothing too crazy. I feel like they just took the dunk meter from 24, made like 3 changes. You see even Bronny was getting some dunk.
That's crazy. Bronny has 68, 60 something overall, 68 overall, and dunking over 3 dudes, bro. That's like, come on, bro. Overall, this game looks beautiful, bro. Let me guess. So far, and first impressions, this game looks beautiful. Ronnie probably outdone himself the first time. Give it a round of applause. Boys in the chat. Yeah.
Meters, and I think it's for the better. You know, the green window's gonna change. The interior defense matters. Whatever. The defender was pulling me out of some dunk meter, and
That's good. Defense maybe been in a huge improvement this year with driving dunk. We still haven't gotten to the defense yet. We're still in the finish.
animations like that one right there,
so
and
far,
this one right here. But both times I made it, and this time I actually greened it right there. So that was interesting. I also like this random step through animation that Anthony Edwards had on a layup. But going in or going away from the dunk meter and going into floaters, y'all know that Devin Booker's floater animation was super good in 2K24, but this year I know that Joe got one of the animations that he had in 24 in his 25 gameplay, but there was just a lot of double clutch floater animations I was getting when I was going for floaters, especially with Devin Booker. That's all I was getting, was this super slow floater animation.
Okay, so yeah, he's right. The floaters in 24 for Devin Booker floaters were, I guess, good, overpowered, and fast. But what he's saying is this year is slower, but still greenable. So it's not bad. They didn't make it worse. It's just it's just slower, which could be contested easily by big men.
And I know what I'm doing when it comes to the floater. Like, I was spamming these debug floaters on a lot of my 24 builds, and it just wasn't giving me them. Like, it was giving me a lot of trash animation.
Okay, it could be nerfed. My bad. It could be nerfed and slower. But for some reason, Double H couldn't get it. Joe Knows did it, but it was slow for him.
I also tested floaters with a lot of other players like Sabonis, because Sabonis had a really good floater in 24. His animation isn't that.
Hey, operator.
We don't care about Double H.
Got your gear?
Oh my goodness, boys.
That bad in 25, but it's obviously not nearly as good as it was in 24. In my opinion, I think Trae Young, Stephen Curry, and Jamal Murray have the best floater animation. Young, Stephen Curry, and Jamal Murray.
So all 3 point guards. So Jamal Murray, Steph, and what was the other one?
In my opinion, I think Trae Young.
Those are the 3 best floaters according to Double H.
Stephen Curry and Jamal Murray have the best floater animations. I tested it on them, and I also tested Chris Paul's floater animations and Shay's floater animation. And yeah, I just felt like, you know, Shay's is pretty good too, but I felt like Curry, Trae Young, and Jamal Murray's were my favorite ones. I feel like they released the ball from a good, you know, distance out from the basket, and not only that, their animations were, you know, faster than a lot of the other floater animations, and also went up higher and were just cleaner, fluid animations compared to a lot of the other players' animations. And I also tested scoopers, because you guys didn't know, scoopers were really good in 2K24. You could really scooper with any layup rating and get the good animation with any layup rating. And I was testing it with D-Fox, Booker, Curry, and scoopers are like back. Like, they're like the same as 24. They're very good. This one I get the offhand, or the...
Never mind, I thought they got nerfed and deleted or removed. Apparently it's still overpowered, some of them.
The same hand animation right there. There's the offhand one. That animation is really good. I greened it, but he just blocked it. But that's the animation that was in 24 that was super good. There's a couple other animations that were super good. This one was another one where they would contest it well, but you would still green it. So that's back in 2K25. This is another scooper animation that's back. Yeah, all the good scooper animations are back in 2K25. Do I know if you're going to be able to do this with a 34 layup on a center like you were in 24? No.
No, there's no way. 34 layup with a... Come on. Like, come on, game.
But I'm probably assume that it's just the same as it was in 2K24. Also, standing dunks are back. They also told us what rating you can unlock.
I mean, that's been still the same. Wait, unlock. You could unlock I mean, yeah. In 24, you can unlock it at like 80 or something. 75? Some 70s. In the 70s, something.
2K24. Also, standing dunks are back. They also told us what rating you can unlock those standing dunks, like that one right there, where at like the ones that you could unlock at like a 40 and a 45 rating. And all I'm going to say is the same. Like, you can unlock it at the same ratings, and yeah, it's going to be back in 25 where you want to get to that rating on your guard builds just so you can standing dunk. Now it's time to talk about the dribbling. Now I'm going to show a couple clips right here where I burst out of animations pretty fast, like this De'Aaron Fox clip where I go to the opposite dribble hand and burst out fast, and right here this Anthony Edwards clip where I burst out really fast to the same side. Now honestly, those were the fastest bursts I saw while playing 2K25, and a lot of people were saying that we're...
Give me 1 second, boys. I have to just do one thing to make it a little brighter. There you go.
At community day testing the game, that they were struggling with dribbling, and that's including everybody. Joe knows, Fana, Solo, everybody was saying
they're in dribbling now.
But
this is where I'm actually anticipating it.
They're struggling getting the dribbling down. Now I'm gonna show all the dribbling clips I do have from 2K25.
So it looks like it gets more skill this year than 24 because they have now both analogs. You have to dribble. You could dribble.
I thought I was struggling too, because, you know, there was a lot of times where I was trying to dribble like it's 2K24, but you just can't. Like, the inputs are different. I was trying to L2 cancel, couldn't do it. I was trying to speed boost like I did in 24. It wasn't the same. I was trying to do the 21 speed burst that was in 24, just a worse version of it. I couldn't do it. It wasn't in the game. But, you know, I was trying to do as many things as possible. I was trying to figure out some fast moves while I was on the game. Now, before we go into some new stuff, let's talk about some old moves that were in 2K24. Jamal Murray behind the back, it's gone. You try to do it, you get...
Good. That's a W. That's a plus. I'm tired of it, bro.
It's this terrible behind the back right there. This is literally what it is. That's this behind the back. It's terrible. LeBron James hop back is in the game. You see it. It's still in the game. So for anybody that wanted that gone,
damn, bro, that's gonna create space, bro.
Nope, it's in the game. In fact, y'all are probably gonna get a kick out of this, but Bronny James has the LeBron hop back. You're about to see it right here. Now, this is leading me to wonder, will LeBronny have his own step back where this is what he does and it's at a low ball handle rating? I doubt it. It probably just has LeBron hop back on, but that could be something that happens. Now, this is Young Dirk's clip, but he found some John Wall crosses. Magic Johnson has a similar crossover. It's not exactly the John Wall crossover from 2K24, but it's similar. He also, and by the way, yes, this is the crossover in slow motion for anybody that wants to look at it. It was the whatever crossover Magic Johnson had on. De'Aaron Fox had literally John Wall's cross, or well, it might be Kobe's cross actually. But yeah, the same animation. They're both the same animation. Kobe cross, John Wall cross, whatever you want to call it.
Crazy.
It is in 2K25. Not only that.
That's actually, that looks clean, bro. That actually looks clean.
It's like Tyrese Halliburton behind the back from 24. Darius Garland had it in 25. Yeah, here are some clips of me like first getting on 25, and I was trying to L2 cancel because I could obviously L2 cancel in 24, but like this is me attempting to do it in 25, and it's just not a thing, at least to the effect that it was in 24. Like when you do an escape move like that one right there, for whatever reason, I couldn't like dribble out of it. It like, no matter what I did, it would make that escape move.
That means L2 canceling could be removed. That's a damn, bro. For centers that look, I mean, we're mostly spot ups, but here's the thing: there's some centers that could just fades, bro, or you're actually grabbing the ball, dribbling just for the troll of it, and then you just take a shot and you actually make it. In 24, there was that. There's L2 canceling, but you're mostly
like its animation completely play out just like that before I ran out of it. So like I couldn't just run, like do an escape, run to the right, do an escape, run to the left. Like it wouldn't let me do that. Like I tried to do it here with Anthony Edwards because he has a good escape in 2K25. It wouldn't work. Okay, here's me in the Learn 2K, which I also was in Learn 2K with a bunch of NBA players trying to figure out the dribble moves. I'm trying to do the left right L2 cancel that was in 24. It just doesn't work. It makes you do this escape, which you would do in 24, and then you would run to the left and L2 cancel back to the right with the escape. In 25, it just makes the escape play out. Now right here with Shea, I was getting like this opposite launch crossover. This was like the best like left right thing that was like some kind of burst that I could consistently get. But there's a clip from Young Dirk saying that he like was L2 canceling into like an escape move. But even this isn't like the, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you could L2 into like a move like this, but you can't L2 like the way you could in 24 where you're just going left or right with an escape like consistently. Like it just wasn't working. But now I'm about to just show a bunch of clips of me just messing around with the dribbles. De'Aaron Fox was definitely the fastest player. Like I was getting some pretty,
all right,
like
slightly slow. There's so many new things we gotta learn, bruh. Which is a good thing, but a bad thing at the same time. Everyone's gonna be trash, bro, the first fucking week, bro. I could tell.
Good launches out of certain moves, like.
But not gonna lie, this game is actually well polished. According, well, it's an alpha. This is an alpha. I don't think this is final. I heard Mike Wing tweeted out that there's been new. This morning, I'm enjoying the creators releasing gameplay, but this is the alpha and it's not the final purchase. There's like new dribble sigs, new dribbling, there's a bunch of new things. This is just from community day in this case. Like
the clip I showed y'all in the beginning of these dribbling clips. So yeah, De'Aaron Fox definitely felt the best. A lot of people were in agreement with me on that. Joe is talking about how De'Aaron Fox and Ja Morant felt the best with dribbling. And I agreed with him on that. De'Aaron Fox felt really good. But even at that, like, I don't know, a lot of people that went to community day are questioning the dribbling. You know, people are questioning if the dribbles are fast enough, if there's any really good speed boost moves.
All right, we're gonna move a little bit forward. We're gonna move a little bit forward.
I think there's gonna be moves like that once we get our custom animations on that people are just gonna find. Style from 24, I was getting that animation on like almost every player. Like Curry had it, Jamal Murray had it, Shea had it, Kyrie had it, Chris Paul had it, De'Aaron Fox had it, Kyrie had it. Everyone had that little like same side hezzy Kyrie dribble style type of move to it. So I don't know if just every small guard gets that or what. Another thing I want to talk about is snatchbacks. The snatchbacks were super clean to shoot off of. I feel like the snatchbacks are going to be somewhat relevant in 2K25. I loved Stephen Curry snatchback. Kevin Durant snatchback too created a lot of.
That's good. Kevin Durant looks like the sigs for them is way better this year. Let me just go hop jumper canceling. I'm actually intrigued in that one.
Hop jumper. So right here, if you do this in 24, it would make you shoot it, but you can pull the right stick down. All I'm doing is holding the right trigger and pulling the right stick down and just running out of it. You can run out of it fast. You can run out of it slow and let the animation play out. But you can do this with any player. You're gonna see me showing clips like I am with.
In 24 with hop jumper canceling, once you hop jump, cancel. In 24, there's no such thing as that. It just gives you a shot. And here you could just
Chet Holmes. You can run out of it slow and let the animation play out. But you can do this with any player. You're gonna see me showing clips like I am with Chet Holmgren right here. Players that are tall as hell who shouldn't be dribbling can just spam hop jumper cancel. And I feel like
tall builds with the dribbling is gonna be crazy damage, bro.
Centers or just builds that are taller are definitely gonna be like, if you out of these hop jumper cancels, I feel like this could be something that is 100% used, because like doing it just shouldn't the hop jumper play out to a certain extent. Like look at Embiid, like bro, he is 7'1".
That's crazy.
Spamming.
That's actually crazy, bro. That's wild, bro. That's actually crazy.
Hop jumper cancels, and like
looks like it's the move, bro. If I keep doing that, bro, it's
sometimes
creating so much.
Sometimes I'd run out of it. Correct. I move out, who's much faster. I feel like the hop jumper cancel is definitely going to be useful in 2K25 because I really wasn't doing much with it. Like you could, if you put custom jump animations on and you have some kind of speed, like I feel like you can make it look way better than I was making it look right there. But anyways, yeah, so hop jump cancels are in 2K25, and then here's just a bunch of clips of me messing around with the dribbling right
we're gonna skip this
out.
part. They've been talking about it for a minute. So we're gonna go over interior defense, since that's the next thing, because that one's just testing their dribbles. We're not gonna, we've seen enough. If you guys want to watch this video, I can leave you a link in the description.
I said I like the shooting. I said that I like the changes to the finishing. I said that I thought the dribbling was 50-50, but the defense, there's some bad things about it for sure.
Something's bad.
And that one of them is the interior defense. The interior defense got a downgrade from 24.
I guess we're back in 22, boys, where interior defense is non-existent.
For my opinion, for sure. I feel like the interior defense is super.
See, oh man, bruh. I mean, I'm a center. I don't have to play the middle. I mostly play the corner in Pro Am. But when it comes to park, and like, I'm gonna have my own park build as well, not only a center. I'm probably gonna have a power forward. I'll be guarding the paint if it comes to the case, or if it's an inside. I have a feeling insides are going to be too overpowered this year. Insides are probably going to be too overpowered because they're just going to be bullying the frick out of the center or the power forward, creating easy looks on a layup. I think the layup got a boost for some reason.
Super inconsistent. Like sometimes, like right there, DeMar DeRozan or someone in the paint just throws up some BS.
Okay, Kevin Durant snatched
when the shot clock's low in 24. So I felt like there was just a lot of like just chuck up shots in the paint that would go in, and then stuff like this where like I'm behind him but then it doesn't go in.
I don't know. Shit.
But like then you're directly in front of him and it goes in. So it's like,
keep in mind, this is not rookie. Some people say it's rookie difficulty. He said at the beginning of the game he was playing Superstar or Hall of Fame. So this is on Superstar. Imagine if
it's just not consistent. The blocks felt fine. Felt like I was getting a block when I was supposed to.
Blocks stayed the same. Most improvement, I guess, is the blocks.
I didn't really test chase downs enough to really comment on chase downs. Right here, you're going to see a crazy block from Wemby. That was insane.
That was good. That was good. Block is looking like okay. Interior defense, meh, it got downgraded, so it got nerfed a little bit.
I feel like height still definitely plays a huge factor when attacking the basket as an offensive player. Like you're going to see right here, like Wemby has a mismatch, then gets like guarded by some dude smaller than him.
See, I mean, that's normal because the guard is in the paint. That's normal. But if you're going against like a lockdown or a power forward or a center, I'm concerned about making layups over me when I have a high interior defense rating. It's going to be a useless rating at this point. It's going to be a waste of VC. But it's fine. We have some flaws in defense. Some things happen. Overall, the game looks fine.
It's an open, which that's how it should be. You know, he has the mismatch. He's taller. That's how it should be. But there's a lot of times where it's center on center, and he just throws up some stupid stuff.
This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about.
But there's a lot of times where
Giannis has a good amount. I think at 75 or an 80, I heard someone say interior defense.
It's center on center.
Center on center. This is center on center, and the center scored. So this is what I'm talking about. Inside centers could be the move as well in this 2K, and it could be overpowered. So they're probably not going to be shooting. Then we're just making layups over big man. Probably dunking, standing dunk.
And he just throws up some stupid stuff like right there, and just goes in. Like I don't know. It feels like defense is very RNG when it comes to the interior. Like look at
coverage very tight, and he greened it. Oh, brother, this is bad. Oh, no.
Jimmy Butler's making a heavily layup. And that's what I didn't like about it. Like, I feel like in 24, you could wall up in the paint center on center, and he's not making some contested shot in there. 25, I felt like it was 50-50. That's not how...
50-50. So it's not bad, it's not good, it's just in the middle. Sometimes it could be bad, sometimes it could be good.
I was. And the steals in 2K25, huge nerf. There's no on-ball plucks.
So he said steals got nerfed, but why do I see Booker get snatched from half court?
Huge nerf. There's no on-ball pluck.
I don't know if that's a bump steal or is that an actual reach.
Like there was in 24. Okay, that's not going to be a thing. If you're a lockdown and you want to get steals, you're going to have to get blitzes. You're going to have to...
Oh, so blitzed. He just blitzed. Okay. That makes sense.
You hope the offensive player just dribbles into your foot.
So still, the defense got nerfed this year, it looks like.
Or, you know, you're going to have to hope that they just throw a bad pass and it's a lane interception. Because those plucks in 24 are gone.
I mean, it's a plus. It was annoying in 24. Like, every time you do a dribble move, you get, dang, ripped. It's that easy.
It's not a thing in 2K25. Pluck City is officially gone. So if you're a guard that was tired of getting plucked, you're not going to have to.
That's a W for the guards. Lockdowns could be mad about it. But, yeah, sometimes there's flaws for everything.
To really worry about that in 2K25, in my opinion. Another thing to worry about is kind of just the bumps. Like, I feel like there were some...
Oh, yeah, bumps got an improvement this year.
Times where I was getting good bumps, and then sometimes I noticed just some blow-by animations. Like, how is Evan Mobley blowing by LeBron like that?
That's crazy. Nah, that's actually wild.
You know what I mean? Like, it's LeBron. It's not like he's just some small dude that don't got strength or something. Like, it's LeBron. Why is he getting, like, this clamp breaker animation? But then I also would notice sometimes where if you dribble too close to the defender, you're just going to fumble the ball. And if you're close to being out of bounds and you dribble too close to the defender, you're going to fumble it out of bounds, which is a good thing. I think that's a good addition.
Wait a minute. That's actually... Yeah, they said they improved physical bumps in this game, which is a good thing. It could triple, but it's a bad thing for the centers. Because if they're going to try drive to the paint, well, there's no point centers could be driving. They're just either spotting up or in the block or setting screens or playing and getting rebounds or blocking on the rim. But there's some centers that could like fumble the ball as they get it, so that could be a problem.
But they also said that there was like a new
again, so you have to have a high strength rating for it to get good bumps.
Mechanic with defense is sliding. If you flick the right stick left, right. Honestly, I didn't really notice a difference with it. It just felt like I was playing normal defense. So I personally didn't notice that new mechanic at all.
Hey Meta, take a photo.
So defense,
I gotta get YouTube Premium. This is bad.
I feel like it got a nerf in general. Like, it's not
Post scoring got nerfed.
rewarding defenders as much interiorly, and then the plucks are gone, so the defense isn't gonna. I feel like didn't notice that new mechanic at all. So defense, I feel like it got a nerf in general. Like, it's not rewarding defenders as much interiorly, and then the plucks are gone, so the defense isn't going to be as good with that. But then the perimeter defense got better because, you know, these bump animations.
Yeah, perimeter defense got better. Interior defense got nerfed.
And these pickup into one of the only 2 heavilies I made all day at community day, and both of them were when I was post scoring. I mean, that shot should just never go in, but I guess it's dropping sometimes in 25. And yes, we're on superstar difficulty, right? Get the easy lane. Remember, Bam, I shouldn't even be in position to get a rebound right there. Drop.
Notice that's a lockdown in the big man, bro.
Step, get the easy lane. Remember, Bam is guarding me, so like, he's one of the best defenders in the game for this. Okay, right here, post spin right off of him, get wide open off that for an easy dunk. And that,
yeah, blow bys are a big part, I guess. I'm gonna skip a little bit because I'm not into post scoring unless you guys want to watch it, and my PC is dying, so I gotta hurry up with that. But we covered most of what everything does. See here, what, are we missing something? Hold on.
small, that's, even though he's right on me, it doesn't matter. He's too small, and his interior defense probably sucks. So we're just gonna standing dunk meter right over him, which is how it should be. Now, once again, people used to spam jab steps in Pro-Am at 1v1 court. It was a huge problem, right? Right here, I try to jab step, doesn't work. Got offensive 3.
Jab steps removed? Question mark? Like overpowered jab steps, of course, not just jab steps in general. Overpowered, like, you know, in 24 they used to step to create space in the paint. Oh my god, that's so annoying, bro. It was so annoying.
3-second violation. And basically what happens if you try to jab step in the paint in 2K25, it is just going to make you pump fake.
In the paint only. That's actually a W. We like that. We just like that.
So no, you cannot jab step in the paint in 2K25.
That's good. For the love of God, I keep getting... When we call stack on slip, I cut in. That center is always in 24. Just step. Like, come on, bro. That's annoying, bro. And they create space and gets an easy dunk.
That exploit is thankfully and finally gone in 2K25. So that's changed, except the game difficulty.
So action replays occasionally. We don't care about that. The only thing that changed,
which I was on Superstar the entire time. Usually you can change like your shot feedback under there, but that wasn't there either. So we went to the controller settings, and the first thing I did before I even recorded anything was change my shot timing profile. Now the lower profile you go, the more whites you can make, but the less your green window is, and the higher profile you go, the more, or the bigger your green window is, and the
so he's giving us a tip. Low risk, you get a low green, a bunch of white. So I guess a high risk reward would be the best because you have a big green window in general.
Less whites you make. Now I was on normal risk board and go and make my green window bigger and still make basically no whites. So that's what I'm gonna do next time I play 2K25. I put my shots. Let us here. You probably saw real player percentage there too. That's only for offline game modes. And the only way to change your shot feedback setting, I would also make the size large. I would personally take the shot meter off for shots. I left it on for layups and free throws, and then it's automatically on for dunk meters. But that's really it for the settings. More early 2K25 videos, and make sure to click the videos.
All right. Overall, I'm gonna give it a rating. Just this is based on my team and my play now. I have not seen the city yet. City's trailer is expected to release Thursday on Sundays, but city gameplay or my court gameplay. The embargo date is tomorrow at 11 a.m. So according to just this, I would give it an 8.9 out of 10. Here's the reason why. Overall, everything looks good. The only thing I'm sketched about is the rhythm shooting, the defense, the playmaking could be a big part of this, a really big part. They nerfed interior, sadly, but we have some flaws. Anyways, it's a good game. You did good running. I haven't seen the park. My team only has triple threat as well. So technically, I will react to it later and maybe